Hey guys, so today I'm going to be showing you how to do this galaxy design. It is super quick, super easy, and anybody can do it. So to start off, you want to take a black polish. I'm using Perfect Black from Madam Glam, and you want to paint all of the nails with that. I did do 2 coats of that, and I cured each coat for 60 seconds. So, like I said, this is a super quick, easy design. I used to do this all the time in like high school on my nails, and I never had any kind of extensions on my nails. I always just painted my natural nails, which were always super short because I was a really bad nail biter, and this was easy to do even on my super short natural nails. That's why I'm showing you here on different lengths and shapes to show you that you can do this design on any shape or length and it will look good no matter what. So after you get the black on, you do want to take one of those like makeup sponge applicator things and just rip off some small little pieces of that. That is what you're going to use to do the actual design itself. So first you want to start out with a white. Here I'm using Riverwalk from Madam Glam, and this is just going to be the base for your galaxy. Since you are doing this on black, it's just going to help those colors you put on top pop and for you to be actually able to see them. So when you're doing this, you can do it any way you want. There's no right or wrong way. You can do any shape or design. You can make it as thick as you want, as thin as you want. It can take up however much of the nail you want. Like I said, there's no right or wrong way to do it. You're just going to dab on the white polish in any way you want. And then once you get that on, you are going to go ahead and cure for 60 seconds. I do also want to mention, if you don't use gel polish, you can do this design very easily with regular nail polish. Just give the nail polish a little bit time to dry a little bit. And because you're sponging it on, it really doesn't take long for the nail polish itself to dry because it is a super thin layer. But obviously, if you are using gel, again, make sure you do cure it, and you do want to cure it for the full time because you are going to be layering more colors on top, and the more colors you layer on top, it's going to make it harder to get through. So you do want to make sure that this white is fully cured before moving on to adding any more colors on top. And then for my galaxy colors, I'm just going to go ahead and show you all the colors that I am using right now instead of as I grab them, because I'm just kind of going to real quick go through this, and I'm doing them all at the same time instead of doing one nail individually. But you can use any colors you want. Like I said, no right or wrong way to do this. If you need any inspiration, you can always Google like galaxy pictures or space pictures or whatever and see the different colors that are in space and like the different colors of galaxies and stuff. These are just the colors that I'm using. They're typically the colors that I've always used whenever I did this. I don't try to make mine look exactly like a realistic galaxy or like space formation or whatever. I just kind of do whatever I feel like. And then just like the white, you're going to take one of those little sponge pieces that you ripped off and dip that into your color and then dab that on right on top of the white. Again, you can do this any way you want. You don't have to do it exactly how I'm doing it. I personally like to start with the lightest color in the very middle and then go to the next darkest color or lightest color and then finish with my darkest color. So go lightest to darkest from inside out. Like I said, you can do this however you want. If you want to kind of like not marble, but kind of marble and just do like random spots of the color throughout, you can do it like that. It really doesn't matter. It's going to look cool no matter what. This is just my preferred way to do it, as putting the lightest color in the middle and working towards the darkest on the way out of the galaxy blob there. And you can use however many colors you want for this. I do recommend doing at least 2 colors. And one of those colors needs to be a darker color, preferably a dark blue or purple. That way you can take the edge of your galaxy and blend that into the black background. It just makes it transition easier, and it's not such a harsh like difference between your little galaxy blob and your black background. I don't know if that made sense there, but I will show what I mean by that here in a little bit once I get to those darker colors at the end. And then again, once you get that color on, you do want to go ahead and cure that. Again, I recommend curing for the full time because there is going to be a little bit of overlap between your colors, and you just want to make sure that everything is 100% fully cured. That way you're not having any uncured gel polish on your nails. And then, like I said, I just go in with my next color, which is kind of my middle shade there between my lightest shade and my darkest shade. And I just dab that on right on the outside of that first color I did. It does blend a little bit with that first color, which is no big deal. If you look at pictures of space and galaxies, you will see that the colors do kind of blend together a little bit. So like I said, it's no big deal. You do want to make sure that you are leaving enough of that first color there in the middle so you can see that. As you can see, when I did that second color, I did cover up quite a bit of my first color, but there is still enough there to where you can see, but it also blends into that second color I did, kind of like an ombre, which is kind of the look you're going for, but you also don't necessarily have to have that. Like, it's all just preference with this design. You can do it however you want. And I also want to make sure to say that between each color, you do want to use a different little sponge piece. You don't want to use the same one for each color because it will mix and get muddy, and you do want these colors to be separate. You don't want them to mix like that. So just make sure you are using a different sponge piece for each color. And as you can see here, once I added that second color, you can kind of see how stark of a difference it is between the black background and the galaxy there. So that's why I recommend taking a dark color, like I said, preferably a dark blue or a dark purple, and just using that to kind of blend the edge of your galaxy design out into the black background. It just makes it a little softer, kind of how like galaxies are. If you look at them, the edges of them are a little soft and they kind of feather out a little bit. So that is what this color is doing. On a couple of these, I do use the blue to show you that. And then on one of them, I do the purple. So you can see that you can use either a blue or a purple. Just make sure it's a pretty dark shade of blue or purple and not like super bright. And then obviously make sure you cure after you get this layer on. And this video is all in real time. This is how quick this design goes by. The longest that you're going to spend on this nail is either waiting for the polish to dry if you're using regular polish, or curing the nail if you are using gel polish. And how I'm doing it here, where I'm doing each nail or all the nails at the same time, you can do that even if you're doing this on yourself. Like, you don't really have to flash cure in between unless you want to, obviously, but this is super simple and easy. It's kind of hard to mess up. Even if you were to like bump it on something, you're not really gonna notice it with the way this is and how the colors are all sponged on. So you can just real quick go through, sponge on all your colors, especially if you're doing the same like color scheme across all the nails and you're not doing different color schemes like I am here. You can just sponge on all that one color, cure that, go on, sponge the next color, cure that, sponge that last color, cure that, you know. Or if you are doing, you know, the different color schemes like I am here, you can do your first colors on all the nails, cure, you know, same thing as before but with your different colors. And if you are using regular nail polish and not gel polish, if you start on your pinky doing your first color, then you move on to your ring finger with your first color, then your middle, then your pointer, then your thumb. By the time you're done with your thumb, that first color is going to be dry on your pinky, and you can go in with your second color and just keep doing that until you're done with all of your colors. And then if you wanted to be done with the nails, you can just leave them like this. Go ahead, top coat the nails, and then you're done. But if you want to add a little bit more to it, you can add on some stars. So one way to add stars is by dabbing on some glitter. So just take another piece of the sponge and get some glitter on there. You do want to kind of tap out the excess glitter before sponging it onto the nail. Otherwise, it's just going to be like a full glitter nail, and that's obviously not what we're going for here. So do make sure to tap out some of that extra glitter out of the sponge. That way you can get like a dispersed glitter look and not a packed in glitter look. On this last nail here, you are going to see that I didn't really dab out quite enough of the glitter, so there is quite a bit of glitter, and it was way more than what I had wanted, but I just went with it and left it how it is. It ended up working out fine in the end. It was just a little bit more glitter than what I wanted, but obviously that is up to you on how much glitter you want to add. As you can see, it does kind of give that look of stars, like clusters of stars, and in the distance and stuff. Another way to do stars is to use just a white gel polish and dot them on with a dotting tool. You can even paint on some 4 pointed stars. I am going to do that here in a minute. I also wanted to show adding the glitter before the white dotted stars versus after the white dotted stars. It honestly doesn't really make that much of a difference. Like when you're looking at your own nails, you're going to see that there is a little bit of glitter on the white dots if you add the glitter after versus if you add the glitter first. So that's really just a personal preference, but from a distance and on camera, you really can't tell the difference between adding the glitter first or last. So just do whatever you want to do, and however you feel like you want to do your nails. With these dots, you can do them as big as you want, as small as you want, do as many as you want or as few as you want. You can do little clusters or space them farther apart. Like I said, you can add on 4 pointed stars like I did on that first one. I also added one onto this last one just because I had the space to do that. On those other 3, I didn't really have the space to do that. But if you have the space and you want to add a 4 pointed star, go ahead, add the 4 pointed star. After you get this all on, you do want to go ahead and cure again. And now I am just going in on these last 2 nails and adding some of that glitter. Like I said, it doesn't make a difference if you add the glitter first or last. I just kind of wanted to show that you could do it either way. Also, you don't even have to add the glitter if you don't want to, and you don't have to add those white dotted stars if you wanted to. You can add them if you want, or you don't have to. It's all about, you know, what you like and how you want your nails to look. This is just how I personally do it. So, you know, do it however you want to. And there are so many variations that you can do with this design. You can use whatever colors you want. You can do any kind of like galaxy design you want. Add the glitter, don't add the glitter. Add stars, don't add stars. There's so much you can do with it. And that's part of the reason why I love this design so much, is because there is so much to do with it, and it's never going to be the exact same no matter how many times you do this. Also, this is just a really super easy design that anybody can do, and it looks so difficult and complicated, but it's not. It's probably the easiest design that I will ever do, other than just painting a nail a solid color. And then obviously top coat it. You can either use shiny or matte, and I'm going to show both shiny and matte just so you guys can kind of see what it looks like, shiny versus matte. Y'all know I love shiny nails, so I'm always going to pick shiny, but if you want to do matte, you can do matte. The only thing is, if you do add the glitter, it kind of takes away that like glitter look. They just kind of look like little dots on there, and you don't get that shine and reflect from the glitter. And the glitter that I used is hollow, so you do get those different colored glitters mixed in there, which you don't see here when it's matte. But you know, if you like that look of how it looks when it's matte, go ahead and matte top coat it. But if you prefer how it looks when it's shiny, then add your shiny top coat. And like I said, this is my absolute favorite design to do. I love doing galaxy nails. This was always my go-to back in high school. I was always doing galaxy nails. I mean, I would do other designs too, but I always ended up going back to the galaxy just because there's so much you can do with it, and they look different every time you do it. They also look super difficult and complicated, and like they took hours to do, when in reality this is probably, like I said, the easiest design that you could possibly do, minus just painting a nail one solid color. And I remember anytime I would have the galaxy design on my nails, there would always be someone that would ask like how long it took or how difficult was it to do. And then when I tell them that it took probably like 30 minutes at most to do them, and that you just sponge the colors on, they were always so amazed at how like easy it actually was to do and how little time it took, because like I said, it does look complicated and difficult, and it's really not. So that is it for this design. Like I said, super quick, super easy. Anybody can do it. Doesn't really take a whole lot of time or effort. So if you ever need a quick design to do, try out a galaxy design. It'll go by super quick, and you don't have to spend a whole lot of time doing your nails. So with all that said, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video.